Hey guys, welcome back to XDA. Today we're going to talk about the Nexus 6, specifically on how to unlock the actual device, how to root it, how to flash a custom recovery on this, all in 3 easy steps. Let's check it out. We're going to make this thing pretty simple. Main thing you want to do, download a few files, make sure you have those on your device. Main one you want to download is the Slim SDK so that you don't have to download the entire SDK. The CF auto root method, which was actually provided to us by Chainfire. Thank you Chainfire for the process. This will enable us to root the device. Also the ability to actually flash a custom recovery, so we need to download the actual recovery itself. Once we're done, download these 3 files, and I would copy the actual recovery file into the directory where the Slim SDK is, and I'll explain to you in a little bit why, but main thing is rename the actual recovery to recovery and it's already an image file. On the device, we need to do 2 things. A, we need to actually turn on USB debugging, so we'll turn on our device. Swipe. Now it's preferable to do this entirely when you first get your device, and I say this is because once we unlock the bootloader, it's going to reset our device, so you lose everything that's on it. And if you've already set up everything, taken pictures, done a whole bunch of different things, you're just going to have to do all of this again. So if you're going to do this, do it right out of the box. Go under About Device, keep tapping on the build till you actually get the developer option, and then once you get that it says you are a developer, go back. Under developer option, we're going to check the box that says Allow OEM Unlock. Now this is already unlock, the checkbox is there. And then we also need to turn on Allow USB Debugging. This will allow us to be able to actually go through and process all of these things that we would like to do. Next thing we need to do is turn off our device. So we'll go ahead and shut it down, press hold, say power down. And we're going to go in and restart the device in Fastboot mode. Now this is pretty simple, volume down plus power. Once you get to that screen, it's simple enough. You just connect your device. Of course, this goes without saying that you need to have the right drivers installed. If you don't, nothing of this will work. I went ahead and opened up an actual command, command prompt right here, directly in the same directory. And I'm just going to say Fastboot devices. This, sure enough, our device is connected via Fastboot. We're going to run the Fastboot command and we're going to say Fastboot Oem Unlock. You notice on our screen is going to take us to the screen, and this is going to give us the option that says, do you want to proceed or not? Again, just make sure you're aware of the fact that once you go yes, this is going to wipe your device. It's pre-selected there. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. And sure enough, it does say unlock. At this point, we're going to go ahead and go back into the screen. You can restart the device and go through the process from there on, or you can step back and then go into our CF auto root, and this will take us directly into the device. Now the process with Chainfire does actually run the command OEM unlock, so if you're in this position, it's going to go through and it'll run its own course. And as you guys see on the device, it's actually rooting the device for us right now and going through the method of rooting the process and basically keeping the system as close to stock as possible. So it's making the modification to the existing kernel. It's not modifying, putting a custom kernel on your device. Now we do have the unlock key on the actual device. As you notice, it's going to reboot. Now the device restarted, we're back into a normal setup. We're just going to go ahead and go through, and I'll set it up in a second, so I'm just going to say skip, next, finish, and we're pretty much set at this point. The only thing we're going to need to do is actually flash our custom recovery, but we're going to make sure first thing that we have our super user installed. We'll go ahead and say turn it on, and then we're going to say, of course, at this point I've already followed Chainfire on all of my different systems. We'll go ahead and go home. So the device is restarted. We're going to go back into Fastboot mode one more time to flash our custom recovery, but we want to make sure that we do have our super user installed, and that gives us the ability to verify that we do have the actual system rooted. But we're going to do the custom recovery real quick, so we'll do power off. And this is going to shut our device down. We're going to go back into Fastboot mode one more time to flash our custom recovery. Once we do this, you need to disable disconnect the power off the device so that you can actually get into this mode. Push volume down, power. Once we're back in here, we connect our device one more time. And we'll go back into our command prompt. We're going to do Fastboot. Sure enough, the device is still there. And at this point, all I need to do here is just type in the command fastboot flash recovery.image. And the reason why we do it in this method, it's pretty simple. The actual image itself, as I showed you guys in the beginning of this process, I renamed the file to say recovery. I'm in the same directory running this command prompt, so it's going to pull this file. It's going to flash it directly to our device. We'll go back into the window, say yes. As you can see, the file is actually extremely fast. And then we're just going to say, we'll go down on the volume, says recovery mode, and we'll go OK. This will restart the device into recovery mode, and we should be able to see twerp actually running correctly. And as you see, TeamWin recovery is throwing on our device. This is the custom recovery that we just flashed, and at this point we're pretty much set. And then we'll just say reboot, and then we'll say system. Overall, the process was pretty simple. As far as the initial files and the going through what you need to do is pretty simple. Just make sure to be aware that if you're going to do this once you get the device, just do it right out of the box, and that way you just have everything set up correctly and you don't have to worry about it. If you do it at a later time, back up your information. This is one of the main things you want to make sure that unlocking the device will definitely reset your device. So anyways, as usual, like and subscribe to this channel. Let me know what you guys think. I have another video coming out for the Nexus 6 as far as mods. This will give us the ability to basically see some of the main functionalities that were brought to us. Unfortunately, there is no exposed modules at this point, so just kind of give you a heads up. We do not have any exposed references into this mod. All these mods are basically things you can do to enhance your Nexus 6. Things that may have been disabled, things that may be new. So anyways, as usual, like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon.